Okay, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Honolulu with the ball. And here's Wright. Pass to Klingon. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. It's tipped. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for one, Victor Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Wembanyama. Tipped away. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Wright from the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. On offense, here's Honolulu. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Wembanyama. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Bilal Coulibaly.
Yeah, forcing his way to the line. Wemby, such a long dude.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's the pick. Pass to Klingon. Outside for Irving. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And at his size, Klingon is always an above-the-rim threat.
Outside Irving. And here's Wembanyama. And he buries his first look.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside Coulibaly. Back to Wright. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Nice floor awareness that time from Wright. Spots the gap and then finds the open man.
Pass to Brewer. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
An open look for Irving. Offline from the top of the key. On the take. Here's Klingon. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
Here's Wright. Wembanyama screen. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Jop. 5 on the clock. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Wright. 4 on the clock.
Wright always working hard at the defensive end, doing a nice job with the solid contest there.
Going inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Right.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
To the left side wing. Here's Brewer. Three-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Here's Wright. Driving in. And he jams it home with authority.
Boy, a nice drive that time from Wright. The defense didn't have a chance to counter.
They set the pick. Pass to Brewer. Looking to win the run. Rebound by Honolulu. Here's Hollins. Pounded by Wright. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And Honolulu making a change here.
Justice Winslow.
.40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Irving. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Wembanyama screen. And here's Wright from the arc. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
Pass to Brewer. There's a screen. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots.
It's both from the stripe.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Wembanyama screen. Gets it off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Honolulu on top, up by 8. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Honolulu.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Again, Irving missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Has to Klingon. For 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
To the left wing. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Here's Brewer. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
And, you know, Brewer works on these shots all the time. As soon as the ball hits his hand, he's ready to shoot it.
Pass to Klingon. Left side Irving. Here's Klingon. 4-3. He buries it from 3. Klingen's got 7 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And that one's good. Irving.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
To the wing on the left. Here's Mobo. Still no points. It's rebounded by Ja. It's stolen by Irving. Pass to Mobo. Here's Brewer. Here's Mobo. Klingen's shot is off. Right outside. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Timeout called, Honolulu. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Back to right. From the arc. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
Here's Brewer. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Outside Wembanyama. Back to Irving. It's stolen by Wright. Pass to Mobo. Here's Brewer. Tipped. 1:19 left in the first half of this game. Right outside. Clock at 6. Here's Mobo. A minute 4 left in the first half. Inside. Outside Irving. Pass to Hollins. Plenty of space. And the shot's good by Irving. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So many different ways he can attack you. He can pull up from the mid-range like he does here. The doctor is in the house, folks.
Here's Mobo. Outside Coulibaly. Right outside. The 3 is up. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. Pass to Hollins. Outside for Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Puts the move on. Tipped.
And, you know, this is really what Brewer does quite well, extending out nicely and swatting away shots.
Timeout called, Honolulu. Here's Winslow. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Bilal Coulibaly. It's his first trip to the line, and he's good on the first of 3. And he sinks the second. And he can't make it 3 for 3. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And so it's Honolulu finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Hollins. Banchero outside. And there's the screen. Here's Black. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Banchero. Rebound by Honolulu.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Now here's Winslow. Pass to Brewer. Coulibaly with it. The 3 is up. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Brewer's got 6 points.
And Brewer is so long. I mean, a capable scorer inside. He rises up quickly to get his shot off.
Here's Hollins. And that's good for 2. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Ellison. Back to Coulibaly. Here's Brewer. He has 6. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The first one falls, and Honolulu making a change here. He's perfect from the line this time. Pass to Banchero. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside Coulibaly. Right side Coulibaly. From outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Outside Winslow. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Hollins. And the jumper is on the mark. So it's the home team now. 9-point game. The 3. And that one's good. Hollins has got 5 now.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
In for Honolulu.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Mobo. Fires from deep. Unable to get that one.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Pass to Banchero. .151 left in the third. Here's Hollins. 4 on the clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good.
Line for 2. Ryan Holmes.
He hits the second from the line. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Honolulu leading by 4. Pass to Coulibaly. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
Timeout called. Honolulu. And Honolulu making a change here. .110 left in the third. Right on the left side. Here's Irving. Outside Coulibaly. To the inside. Right. And rejected.
Boy, he's got such length at 6'5" in the backcourt. Perhaps surprised the shooter there and came up with the block.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Right outside. Pass to Mobo. Right outside. Here's Klingon. Shot clock at 6. Coulibaly on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3. Brown. Right attacking. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Outside Irving. Over Irving. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Honolulu on top, up by 4. All right, we're going to step aside. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Honolulu leading by 4. Pass to Brewer. Now Winslow. Here's Klingon. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. To the paint. Picked it out of midair. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Back to right. There's the 3.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Brewer. Winslow with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Honolulu leading by 8. Here's Wright. And he can't jam it through.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Here's right. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Boy, that is textbook fundamentals there. The mechanics very solid, serving right well on that shot.
Here's right. Pass to Hollins. Here's Brewer. For three, Klingon. He drops it from range. Klingon's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see that this is how dominant Klingon can be. And when he's hot like this, it's wise to keep feeding him.
Here's Irving. And the finish by Irving.
Hey, folks, sit back and enjoy the show. The doctor is an amazing in-game dunker.
Timeout called, Honolulu. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Honolulu's head coach was going over with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
The doctor is in. What a display of those trademark dunking abilities. Quite unique, Julius Irving.
Into the lane. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And he dunks it down.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
And Irving powers it home.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And Irving powers it home.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Pass to Hollins. Deflected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's tipped. It's stolen by Wright. Lets it go from deep. Here's Brewer. It's stolen by Irving. Outside Wembanyama. They set a pick. From behind the arc. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering.
Pass to Brewer. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Here's Irving. The three from Wembanyama. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Hits the three-pointer.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
To the middle. Here's Hollins. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, you know, one thing about being a great scorer, you draw a lot of defensive attention, and there Irving takes advantage by finding an open teammate.
Right outside. Irving fires from way outside. Can't connect. And so it's Honolulu with the W. They have to feel good about
Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside.
Here we go.
And it's going to be Honolulu off the tip. Here's Wright, driving the lane, and finished off by Wright.
The quickness of DeLon Wright is a lot for defenders to deal with. How pretty is that drive?
Pass to Wembanyama. And he's good on the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Puts up a 3, connects from three-point range. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ryan Howland. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Wembanyama, right side. Right outside. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And stolen by Holland. Back to Irving. Pass to Klingon. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Wembanyama, a screen. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Hollins after Julius Irving's basket. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Coulibaly. Brewer with the steal.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Now here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Out left to the wing. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
A powerhouse slam. Klingon gave it everything on that one.
And Wright, here we go. And Wright throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Hollins. Wright looking around. Now Coulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Irving with a clean look. And the 3 off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out to the right wing. The kick out to Wright. Pass to Klingon. Here's Coulibaly. Off target with his 3. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. And right, here we go. Back to Brewer. Collins with the block. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Wembanyama, a screen. 5 on the clock. A shot off that time. Honolulu trails by 6. Pass to Klingon. Now here's Hollins. "17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Honolulu, no good that time either. And on the way from Irving for 3. Drops in the tray.
3 points.
Irving's got 5.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
So Honolulu calls timeout. They're first. Seven seconds left here in the first quarter. Takes it inside.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Up by 7. And the second quarter up. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace. Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
They set the pick. Winslow with it. Now Wright defending. Back to Winslow. Clock at 6. Pass to Irving. Here's Klingon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wright with it. Outside Irving. And here is Wright. Shoots from the corner. And Klingon pulls it down.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Brewer. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brewer's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Irving for 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Wright.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Honolulu passing it around. Now Brewer. A 3-ball. Wembanyama with the rebound. A wide open look here for Wright. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got 12.
Well, DeLon Wright is such a solid athlete who plays under control, understands how to pick his spots offensively.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Pass to Mobo. Honolulu needs to get off a shot, and the basket is good. 7 points in the game.
Klingon knows how to use that size, both as a screener and a finisher.
Outside Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Donovan Klingon. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Pass to Brewer. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Back to Irving. Here's Mobo. Defended by Wembanyama. Here's Hollins. There's the pick. And Wright pulls it down. To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And stolen by Wembanyama. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Chop. Pass to Brewer. Jacks up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Brewer's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Timeout called, Honolulu. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:12 left in the first half. Now, Wright. Pass to Mobo. Coulibaly with it. Over Brewer. Out to the right wing. And Hollins with the stuff.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Now, here's Hollins. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
In the corner, it's Brewer. It's 29 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Here's Irving. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Five-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wembanyama. Banchero outside. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. He can't get that one to fall. Timeout called, Honolulu.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Honolulu
Leading by 14.
visiting team.
And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The visitors with the ball. Here's Black. Takes it off the glass. Black's got his first points of the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Banchero, that's good.
And more than respectable from three. Banchero stretching his range there. Wow.
Pass to Hollins. Taken away. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Banchero looking around. And here's Hollins. Just 5 on the clock. At 3 off the mark. Right outside. Right wing. All alone. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
Pass to Hollins. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Honolulu.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now on the wing. Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Banchero. Pass to Hollins. Back to Banchero. 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Banchero does a great job of just staying on balance when attacking off the bounce.
And that's an intentional foul.
Ryan Hollins. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Honolulu with it. Trailing by 17. Back to Brewer. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Paolo Banchero. Honolulu shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Brewer. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Koulibaly with it. Nothing on the board. And they're moving it up. Takes the three. Brewer, good.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Banchero. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I'll tell you, Banchero wants to see the answer from three, and he decides to do it himself.
There's the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
.104 left to play in the third. Hollins up top. Banchero outside. Puts up a deep three. Second shot opportunity. Hollins can't get it to go. Honolulu trails by 12. On the wing, Brewer. He's got 15. Right outside.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
29 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Hollins. The kick out to right. Clock at 4. To the paint. And stolen by Irving. Wembanyama looking it over.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Out of bounds, Honolulu takes possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Honolulu trails by 14. Irving up top. Back to Winslow. And there's the drive. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Now here's Wright. On the wing, Brewer. Out of bounds, Honolulu takes possession. And here's Winslow. Brewer with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to Jones. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Honolulu trails by 13. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now Klingon. 6 to shoot. Here's Koulibaly.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Wright. Wembanyama outside. From about 16. Nice jump shot. Good.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Pass to Winslow. At the top of the key, Hollins. Now Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Jop. Fires the three. Collins with the block. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Back to Irving. Pass to Winslow. Shot clock at 6. To the wing right side. Here's Hollins. Honolulu, no good that time either. And Wembanyama outside. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And a deep three from Irving. From beyond the arc and then some.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Clock at 6. Back to Brewer. To end the run. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Wright. The kick out to Irving. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Irving. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Irving with the ball. And Dr. J slams it in.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
Wright looking around. Irving with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Back to Brewer. Now here's Hollins. It's rebounded by Jop. Pass to Irving. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Hollins. Here's Irving. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like...
Everybody. To another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
Here we go.
And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Black. Coulibaly on the wing. They set the pick. Pass to Klingon. 6 to shoot. Back to Coulibaly. Let's go with a 3. On target from range.
3 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Now here's Irving. To the left side wing. The 3 from Wembanyama. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. On offense, here's Albuquerque. It's a 3-point game. Here's Black. Outside Coulibaly. Right with a steal. We played just over a minute here in the first. Driving to the basket. Outside for Wembanyama. Clock at 6. They set the screen. Pass to Jop. The 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's Black. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And here's Coulibaly. Here's Klingon. First shot won't go.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Black. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Right outside. Wembanyama screen. Jacks up a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
To the right side. Oh, sweet move. A nice shot by Klingon.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Wembanyama screen. .151 left in the first quarter. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
For three, Klingon hits a three-pointer. Klingon's got 5.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Shot's good by Black.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Outside Wembanyama. They set a pick. And a missed layup. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Pass to Hollins. .32 seconds left in the first. Klingon. Koulibaly up top. This one for 3. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Irving for 3. And Klingon pulls it down.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Here's Black. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Albuquerque out in front. They're up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Albuquerque?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Now here's Wright. Outside Koulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Wright. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Now Koulibaly. Give him 8. A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got 7.
And this is where you feed the big man Klingon. He knows how to execute from this close.
Outside Wembanyama. It's Wright on the wing. No good with the triple. Albuquerque leading by 3. Here's Brewer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Team foul. In for Albuquerque. Number 0.
Here's Brewer. Still no points. Drops in the 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
To the wing, right side. Here's Brewer. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Wright. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass Up strong for the slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Klingon. Pass to Brewer. Here's Black. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Black's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Wembanyama. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Black. He has 6. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's Black. Pass to Klingon. There's a screen. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Here's Brewer. Hits the trifecta. Brewer's got 8.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Coulibaly. Coulibaly on the wing. The 3. It's rebounded by Ja.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Here's Black. There's 21 seconds left in the second. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. That shot off. Here's Yabusele. From deep three-point land. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Albuquerque closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Nails it from 3.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Here's Coulibaly. Pass to Banchero. 3-pointer. From distance, Paolo.
Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Basket counts.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Mobo. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Pass to Chop. Here's Mobo. Here's Chop. No made baskets yet. Clock at 4. Dunn outside. Offline with a 3. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Pass to Ellison. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Mobo. Here's Yabusele. Fires the 3. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Black. Pass to Hollins. Pure from three-point range.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Here's Chop on the take. Here's Yabusele. Here's Chop. And here's Dunn. Launches a 3. The shot off that time. Pass to Hollins. Rebounded by Dunn. Albuquerque leading by 6. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. To the inside. Mobo. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Ben Carroll the screen. Outside Koulibaly. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Chop. And here's Wright from the arc. He buries it from 3. And now an 11-point Albuquerque lead.
Well, and that's what you want. Get something out in space before the defense can get set.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. The 3 from Ben Carroll. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. From downtown, he can't get that one to fall. Pass to Ellison. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Albuquerque out in front, up by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get... With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's Black. 3-pointer. Right with the board. Here's the break. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Here's Black. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Now here's Irving. Right outside. Pass to Irving. Back to right. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Woo, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Here's Black. Outside Koulibaly. Takes the three. That shot, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul. Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Pass to Hollins. Back to Koulibaly. Driving inside. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Now here's Wright. For three. Tries again. No good with a layup. Albuquerque leading by 5. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And there it is for him.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And there's a pick. Irving for three. Gets the three to fall. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer. All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pass to Hollins. 5 on the clock. Wembanyama screen. Right side, Irving. Buries it from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here he goes. Yabusele. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. He launches a 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Here's Yabusele. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for Albuquerque.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Right. And Brewer pulls it down. 4-3. Shot's good by Black. So Albuquerque wins it. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of. Another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Here's Wright. Pass to Wembanyama. Cleared away by Hollins. And here's Albuquerque now. Inside. And he jams it home with authority.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
And absolutely, even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Back to Irving. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Albuquerque foul call. Anthony Black. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Irving. Wembanyama screen. Off target from three-point range.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Coulibaly to the middle. Intercepted. Irving looking around. Here's Jop. This one for three. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Black. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow. Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Down low. Klingon. Pass to Brewer. Here's Hollins. He's guarded by Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Brewer can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Shot is good by Brewer.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Hollins. Over Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Now here's Coulibaly. Pass to Black. Back to Coulibaly. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Brewer. The three is up. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Left side Coulibaly. Here's the three. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Hollins. Back to Koulibaly. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
Here's Black. Drives to the hoop. That one goes. Count it.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Tipped. And here's the fast break. Here's Brewer. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Pass to Brewer. Now Wembanyama. Right with the ball. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. "12 seconds left in the first. Here's Black. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Black's got 6 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And so it's Albuquerque closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Albuquerque.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Outside Irving. Launches it from deep. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's Black. Pass to Hollins. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. From outside the arc. Now Wright. Wembanyama from deep three-point land. Cleared away by Hollins. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. To the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here they come with numbers in transition. And here's Wright from the arc. And Clingan pulls it down. Albuquerque leading by 7. Lets it go from deep. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
From deep, Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Here's Black. He's got 6. Up and in on the layup. Black's got 8.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Irving. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. 9-point game.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Black. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Here's Brewer. Pass to right. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Outside Koulibaly. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Albuquerque shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls.
At the line for 2, Koulibaly.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Klingon. Pass to Hollins. Here's Black. 10 points for him. Here's Klingon. Fires the 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
A minute 42 left to play in the half. Bancaro finishes with force inside.
And this is why you must push Bancaro out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you. A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Here's Black. To the inside. Koulibaly. Pass to Ellison. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Lobo can't hit. They can shade the deficit to single digits right here. Here's Hollins. Let's go with a 3. Lobo with a rebound. Albuquerque leading by 11. Here's Dunn. Here's Yabusele. Still without a bucket. Clock at 6. And then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Bancaro.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. There's 18 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Wright. Here's Yabusele. Oh! Boom! He jams it straight down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And so it's Albuquerque liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. The 3 from Bancaro.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Jop. And there's a pick. 3-pointer, no good. Bancaro outside. Takes a 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's Yabusele. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. At the arc, Bancaro finds his mark.
Shooting off the catch or creating off the bounce, Bancaro does both equally well.
Dunn outside. Pass to Mobo. 90 seconds into the second half now.
Albuquerque foul. Mobo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bancaro. He's got 5. from deep. The rebound by Yabusele.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Fires for three. On target from range. 7 points in the game.
What a pretty pass from DeLon Wright. This guy can play one or two, but that passing ability is important at either position.
Yabusele on the take. Oh, can't get the reverse flush. Pass to Black. The three ball. Connects from downtown.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Wright with the ball. And he banks in the layup. Wright's got his first points in this one.
You have to account for DeLon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Oh, Paolo showing his range.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Here's Black. Jacks up a three. Drills it from deep. Black's got 6.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave him all alone at the arc.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. Albuquerque shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on the free throw.
At the line for Albuquerque.
That one misses.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
The three from Banchero. They get it again. Outside Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the screen. Here's Hollins. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Albuquerque leading by 12. Dunn outside. Pass to Mobo. There's the triple. Drops in the 3. Mobo's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, you love to see Banchero get off his feet in a hurry and finish with authority.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Here's Black. 6 points for him. The kick out to Banchero. Launches it, and he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Wright with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Back to Wright. Pass to Dunn. Over to the left wing. Yabusele. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Banchero.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second one. There's 25 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. Banchero outside. From deep. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's the break. Yabusele. And he dunks it down.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Wright. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Bilal Coulibaly. He's 0 for 2 at the line in this one. The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
It's stolen. Albuquerque calls timeout. Knocks it loose. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Here's Brewer. And so it's Albuquerque looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 17. Pass to Irving. From deep three-point land. Not going to go that time.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Brewer can't hit.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Can't hit from the corner. Albuquerque leading by 17. The three. He buries it from three.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Outside Irving. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Wembanyama screen. Shots blocked. Here's Hollins. Here's Black. Pass to Klingon. From downtown. And Brewer pulls it down. Outside Wembanyama. From the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
To the right side. To the middle. Here's Black. And that one is hammered home.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Albuquerque leading by 18. Here's Black. Outside Coulibaly. Three-pointer. And it's Irving with a rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Black. Long range from the inbound. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Klingon. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Ja.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Black. Over Irving. Outside Coulibaly. From the corner. And he gets the bucket.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
When you see the score and how much time is left, you realize this game is just about over.
Well, you have to appreciate the hard work that went into building this lead. They have been terrific all night.
And Bancaro gets it to go.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
For three. Offensive rebound. Hollins. Yabusele hooked that. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. From the wing. Outside for Wembanyama. And the three-pointer goes. Got a piece of it. Pass to Jop. Back to Wembanyama.
Albuquerque foul call. Donovan Coleman. Third personal foul.
That one's off.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Here's Yabusele. And there's the call on Bancaro. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Albuquerque now. 22 was their biggest lead. Pass to Hollins. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So Albuquerque wins it. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game.